So the other day I bought a Fnirsi 2DP15 oscilloscope to be able to test some of the PCBs that I have for my slot machines. And in particular, there was a oscillator on there. It's an XTAL crystal oscillator that oscillates at 3.57945 megahertz. And it seemed to me that that wasn't working right on my board, and I wanted to be able to test it. And the Fnirsi specs seemed to indicate that it could handle it. So I got the oscilloscope, and since I've been having some problems, so I'm putting this video together. One, to send to Fnirsi. They asked for a video when I was saying I was having problems. And two, just to see how strong their customer support is. So here we go. Okay, this is my Fnirsi 2D15P oscilloscope, and I got it to test these XTAL crystals. They're 3.579545 megahertz crystals. I have several. This is probably hard to see the reading on it, but they're all the same. And then in this board, I have one. But I'm having problems with the oscilloscope in recognizing it. Let's turn it on and show you a couple settings here. So what I understand, the standard approach to testing these crystals is to send it a 3.579545 signal to the crystal. It resonates, and then you can see that the crystal is good. So let's go to the signal generator, and just to make sure that the signal generator is sending an appropriate signal, I'm going to hook up the grounds to the ground clip and the signal generator to the oscilloscope. Adjust the oscilloscope here to a frequency of 3579.545 kilohertz. Unfortunately, it only shows me 3.579 megahertz, which is the same, but I don't know whether the 545 has been truncated or not. I've tried both the sine and the square wave, but now let's go to channel 1, which is hooked up here. And we see we have a pretty good sine wave. Adjusting it down to 500 milliseconds. And I'm using the X10 factor for both for the probe. If I do a square wave, it shows pretty good. So I know the scope can pick that up. I don't know whether it's generating it at. It's telling me it's only a 2 megahertz here. Let me go back again to here and change it to 3.5. Whoops. 579. Okay, now it's showing 3. I go back, and I'm not getting a stable signal. Go back and do the sine wave. And I'm not sure why I'm not getting a stable signal. And this is some of the problems I have with this oscilloscope. It seems like the signal generator times out, and then I get some random frequency. So I'm going to disconnect it again. Go back. 3.579 megahertz. Got it with a sine wave. Go back. Nothing's hooked up. Hook it up. And then we have our sine wave, and it's showing the 3579, 358 something resonance. So not quite the 3579 that was setting, but good enough that it should be working. So I hook up this crystal, and I hook the grounds through a 120 ohm resistor. Let me just show you that. The resistor shows 120 ohms, and hook the grounds to it. The signal generator to one lead. And the oscilloscope to the other lead. I go back. I'll take it down to 100 millivolts, 200 nanoseconds, and I'm getting a frequency of 1.459, so nowhere close to the megahertz that I should be getting. So I don't know why the oscilloscope isn't recognizing this crystal. The crystal was brand new before I put the resistor on it. I have other crystals here that I've tried it with, and I'm going to pause and I'm going to hook up the board and show you the readings off the board and this crystal as well. Having the board trying to activate the crystal. Okay, I have the board hooked up. I have it powered. I'm getting 5 volts at the power rail. All the chips are showing 5 volts. I'm getting 1 volt at the oscillator. So now when I hook up the oscilloscope to the oscillator, hook it up to the output side, and go back. Same settings, and I'm getting a frequency of, it's all over the place, anywhere from 1 to 5 kilohertz on the signal. Let's see if I can. The trigger set to auto. I've tried trigger at normal. And I just can't get anything that appears stable. And this is all at 200 nanoseconds and 100 millivolts, which is the lowest I can go at a 10x setting. I've tried the 1x setting. Let me do that right now. 1x, and then I go here and change to 1x. Go back, and then I'm at 10 millivolts, and I'm all over the place. Every once in a while I get a megahertz reading out of it. But no ability to make it stable. I have the trigger at 0. Let's take the trigger out of range. Take the trigger out of range and nothing. So it's clearly triggering, but I can't determine what that setting is. 50 nanoseconds. Let's try to. So I'm kind of at a loss. Anything you can do to help me out, would appreciate it.